In this video, we will take a look at all the basics of the SSG11. So we will go over the stock gun, and we will also look at this one that is fully kitted out, just so that you know what is possible. In the usual manner, we will start from the tip and we will move our way back all the way to the stock. The first thing that is important to know, this one you can remove and you can add the suppressor adapter, and then that will be 14mm counterclockwise thread, so you can attach muzzle brakes like that, or suppressors, or whatever you like to attach at the end of the barrel. Moving on. Here, this part is actually removable, and you can extend the handguard to something like we see here with M-lock slots, and then you can attach bipods as well, so that is definitely possible. Moving on, important thing, hop-up adjustment, this wheel right here with an arrow that indicates the direction you need to take to increase hop-up, meaning the BB will fly up. We will have a dedicated video on how to adjust the hop-up, so let's just leave it at that. Know that this is the adjustment, and if you are curious about that specific topic, feel free to watch the other video. On the underside, we have the magazine release button right here, so when you push it, the magazine will pop out and you can easily take it out. If you want to put it back in, you just press it in until it clicks. Now, if I would have it like this, you will see that it actually falls into my hand because of gravity, and there is a slight little springiness, so it's very easy to remove just like that. Here we have a bipod attachment point. If you have the Harris style bipods, you can use this one to attach it. These panels on the side are actually removable, so you can remove them and you can exchange them for different ones. Again, we will take a look here. Here we have the slotted one, so you can add different things on there, or you can also use the polymer ones to change its color. Moving on, here on top we have a Picatinny rail, obviously for attaching scopes. This is the standard these days. Anything that has a Picatinny mount, which is pretty much everything in airsoft, you can put on there. Here we have the fake magazine that is actually a tool. If I remove it, you see that there are two prongs here. Those are actually to, I'm gonna show you real quick. I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but since we are talking about a fake magazine, this is how you can use it. It's to remove the cylinder head if you want to change the spring. So this is how you can use it. Very handy. Once again, how do you take it out? You push this towards you and you can easily take it out. The next thing that we will see on the side is this QD attachment point, and that is for slings like this with this QD end. You can basically clip it in and then you already have your sling on there, so that's why we have it on the side. And this one is also reversible. If you would want to change to a left hand side, so you would have the charging handle on the left hand for lefties, you can also change the attachment point to the other side. Again, there is going to be a dedicated video on how to do that specifically. Charging handle, pretty self-explanatory. That's how you cock the rifle. Now, what is important to know about this one is that when you charge it, you go forward all the way, and this is not enough. You actually have to feel that it fully closes so that you get always consistent BB placement in the hop-up chamber, therefore the most accuracy. So when you are charging it, make sure that it's all the way down, it's nice tactile, you can actually feel it really well. Just something to mention, don't leave it like halfway open, that's not gonna be the best. Now, since we are already on it, let's just quickly check the seal, whether the rifle is fully airtight. And you know, I've been waiting for say 10 seconds and it still keeps the pressure inside. That's how you can check if your replica is sealing properly. Moving on, here we have the safety. So if it's in this position, it's gonna be on safe, and this is on fire, which is also indicated with this red dot. If you see the red dot, that means it's on fire. Now I cannot pull the trigger and the white dot appears. Let's just give it a quick try so I can demonstrate. So now I could fire. If I flip it, nothing will happen. Cannot pull the trigger. If I put it in the forward position, the replica will fire. Trigger, very self-explanatory, that's how you shoot. Here on the grip, this one you can actually take off and it will take regular real steel or gas blowback replica handles, so you potentially can change the whole grip to whatever you like. Just note that the ones with the beaver tail will not fit unless you modify them, unless you cut that part off, and also check whether it will align nicely with the cutout. If you want to change the grips, the grip panels, you can do something like this, skeletonized completely. That's how it looks, or you can also choose the polymer ones that will be also available in different colors. Here we have the castle nut, that one is tight. Don't untighten this one if you don't have the tool specifically made for this, because if you don't have the tool, you will have to use big pliers, you will scratch it a little bit. Just leave it or get the tool if you want to work with the castle nut. From the factory, it is very tight, you should not have any issues, but if it gets loose, then the tool is a good idea. Moving on to the stock, typical AR-15 style stock with several different positions as indicated with the numbers. You can also see it through the top, so if your favorite one is number 3, then you can easily always see it. If you want to remove the stock, this is how you do it. You pull this all the way down and you can now slide it completely off. And again, you can replace it for something like this DMR stock, which also features the adjustable cheek rest, so your hand always sits nicely right in front of the scope. Optional, looks really cool in my opinion. It's definitely something you can consider. To put it back on, you just slide it on until you can no longer slide it forward, and you again pull the pin all the way down, and now you can operate it as normally. Here in the back we also have some sling loops. If you want to loop your sling through there, you can absolutely do that. Or here we have another QD attachment point for the sling I showed you before. So you can basically make a 2-point configuration. If you place one there and one, say, here in the front or in the middle actually, you have a 2-point sling which will be a little bit more stable if you put it on the back compared to 1-point sling. All right, that's pretty much it for the basic configuration. Let's quickly check what we have here so you know what are the options. I already mentioned a couple of them, but let's go through actually my favorite one, which is this extended bigger magazine. You will see that this one still has the tool to remove the cylinder head, but you see, there is yet another magazine inside. So this is how you can keep 2 magazines, one in the rifle and one still in the rifle, ready to go. And at this point, you have almost 120 BBs. That's a lot of capacity. You actually don't really need any additional pouches or magazines. Like 2 of these magazines will last you for quite a while. Of course, you can go for more, but from my experience, I could get away with playing one 30 or 40 round magazine and I just use a speed loader. So this one, definitely one of the things I would consider. Not only it looks nice, but it has extra purpose to keep the other magazine in. Here we also have an extended MAS rail that still allows you to adjust the hop up in the front. It's actually very solid. We have a screw here in the front, so the thing will not wobble side to side, because traditionally it would only be attached around here, and this one would be kind of free. We have a screw here securing the whole thing. If you like the look, definitely something to consider. I already mentioned the stock grip if you want to change the look, or trigger faces. This one is a flat trigger. Originally, we have a traditional curved trigger right here, but if you want to change the feel on your finger, definitely something to consider. And here we can also see a different style charging handle. Moving on, here in the back, we actually have a cocking indicator. We will use some overlays to show you, but if the gun is not charged, this is how it looks. It's actually not easy to see the red, but once we charge it, you will see that the red really pops out, and now you know that your gun is loaded. So if you see a lot of red that is protruding almost out, kind of flush, then you know it's loaded. Once you fire the replica, it will disappear inside. Very handy thing to have. All right, that's been it for the quick overview of the basics of the SSG11. Now let's move on to the next video.